Hey, budding international champs from Delhi to Mumbai, London to New York, and everywhere else in between. Welcome to Study Abroad Diaries. Here, we embark on a journey to get into the minds of those who have been there, done that. Why? So that you can have the best shot at your dream college, your dream university, to get you on the right path. Study Abroad Diaries is basically like a cheat code in your study abroad journey. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started.
Hi everyone, my name is Aryan and I'm a student at Pratt. I'm an undergraduate student. I'm from Delhi. So yeah, anything else do I need to share?
And what course are you studying, and and where you're studying the course?
Yeah, I'm pursuing undergraduate degree in architecture and I study at Pratt Institute, New York.
So what inspired you to choose Pratt University for your studies, and how has your experience been so far?
So basically when I applied, I got into Pratt and IIT. So I had doubts, like I wanted to choose between Pratt and IIT. So I visited both the campuses in June. So when I visited Pratt, I met with a couple of professors, and they seemed to be really nice and understanding, and they had a core knowledge about the program. So that's why I chose Pratt, and it's New York, so the
Hmm. And how has been your experience so far?
experience is good. The program is really intensive, so you need a lot of work to put in.
So did your meeting with the professor change your perspective? Did it in
Yeah,
any way shifted
that's what changed.
what
Yeah.
exactly happened in that meeting? If you could give us a single turning point in that meeting, yeah, something that clicked inside your head which said ki ha, now this is the thing which has convinced me ki ha, I have to go to Pratt University right now.
Okay, so when I met the professors, so I was very frank with them. I told them like my major doubt was IIT and Pratt. So they said that IT is a good college, but like choosing Pratt is different cause the program here is like they don't teach you the programs they teach in other universities. They pursue a different line and and like they had a keen knowledge when I asked them about the program, they uh they told me about the first semester design concept and it really clicked me there. Like it was really interesting.
And how did the overall experience so far impact your personal and professional growth, the experience of studying abroad?
So the course was intensive. That's one of the challenge I faced. And the other challenge was like if you're from India, you don't have the habit of doing all the course by yourself. So living alone makes you like self-independent.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Like you learn to do things from yourself. Anything else apart from like being independent? Any major shift in your personality? Like there was a different Aryan in India, and the Aryan abroad has changed. Like the some major personality shifts, some major changes in your routine. Anything like that?
Yeah, um I was like really introvert when I was in India, but coming here, like meeting new people, it changes you. It makes you like more social towards everyone, and
So would you say that going from India to abroad made you come out of your comfort zone?
it absolutely did.
So, what advice would you give to someone who is considering studying abroad in the US and specifically at Pratt University? How can they prepare themselves mentally, physically, financially, and academically for the same?
Um, if you want to pursue Pratt, you you have to be 100% sure about what you're doing here, about your program, and you have to like give your best to do it because it's not easy. Professors here are really supportive, but they need to see work.
So did this change come about like in a couple of weeks or a couple of months when you started doing the course, or did it gradually happen over the course of time?
No, it took me months to understand what is going on exactly because I wasn't very well prepared when I came here. So, but like gradually seeing all the people working and you work with them, it changes you.
Some kind of mental mindset, some shift in your mentality that is needed to like to survive, to fit in, to go through the rigors of the university structure, the university course, like how the things work out in US. Any specific mental adjustments that someone needs to make?
हाँ, but when I was in India, when I was in my school, पहले तो मैं ऐसे सोचता था कि हो जाएगा चलो यार क्या पढ़ना, बट यहाँ पे ऐसे नहीं होता है करना पड़ेगा खुद, उसके बिना कुछ नहीं है.
Anything else on the financial front or academic front that you would like to add on?
Yeah, Pratt offers good scholarships. That's what I learned here, and there are many approaches you can take. Like there are on-campus jobs. Yeah, if you're having financial problems, and you can apply for more scholarships. So, yeah.
So anything specific, like someone who's going to study at Pratt, you would like to offer some advice or some piece of information on the academic front to make the experience better, to make it a more seamless experience with less roadblocks?
That is a awesome institute. I love it. It's really happening, and it's in New York, so you'll have fun.
How does studying architecture abroad differ from studying it in your home country, and what unique opportunities and challenges does it offer?
Um, I don't know about India, but like some of my friends who are studying architecture in India, they told me the course is not that intensive, but here it is really rigorous. So Pratt is like it comes at number three for the most rigorous course in the world for architecture.
Any hypothesis, any reasoning, any rationale that you might have with regards to why the approach to architecture courses is like this, that in India ki ye bahut zyada intensive nahi hai, but in abroad in US there's a very specific laser sharp, laser focused approach to architecture courses or courses in general, ki like they're so intensive in abroad but they are so relaxed in India, the approach is so relaxed in India.
It is good that it is rigorous because when I compare myself to the kids in India who are studying architecture, I think I've learned like very much as compared to them. I know more about architecture.
So as far as like so far like I can make it out of it, it's been a very good experience from your
It is.
side, from your end. So could you
Yes.
share some of your favorite experiences or memories from your time at Pratt so far, and how has it contributed to your growth as an individual and as a student?
Okay. Doing all-nighters in the studios. Um, Waiting for Friday nights every week. Working in a group. It all is really fun. So
So anything different that you see like in your journey, in your experience so far, as compared to the all nighters that you had put in during your 12th standard, in your boards time,
like during board times,
especially
what we did
considering
is really
especially considering ki you're like from the experimental COVID time ki like there was like everything was online, so any major shift considering now things have returned to almost normal?
nothing was serious during my school, like during the peak years of my school. So it was all online. So and coming here, presenting in front of 20 people, professors, like architects themselves, it gives you it encourages you and and it gives you more confidence, obviously.
So like uh, did it ever overwhelm you कि आप इतने बड़े एरिया में गए हो, you are in such a prestigious institute, did you ever get the feeling of having an imposter syndrome, or were you at ease, were you always at ease at Pratt University, like while you were like bustling in and amongst the US students, the professors and alike?
Mm. During the starting months, I was overwhelmed, but you get used to it gradually, so it's not a big deal. During the start, people will think what's going on, but when they know what is happening, they'll get used to it and they'll start working, I'm sure.
Yeah, and start working. Like working is a very important part. Like you would also be looking forward to working in joining the workforce in the USA. You're looking forward to work in the US now, as far
Yeah,
as I see. So how
yes.
can students who are studying abroad prepare themselves for a globalized workforce, and what skills do they need to develop in order to thrive in an increasingly interconnected world?
If you're studying at a good university, they'll prepare you for that. You don't need to worry about that. Because during the start, I was also thinking, how would I start my career here? But as I'm gradually progressing, my course is coming to an like it's
Things are
going
coming
on.
together.
So, huh?
Things are coming together. You mean to say they're working
Yeah,
out?
they're working on.
Any specific networking meets or networking organizations that Pratt University has put forward in order to help you guys out?
Um, so we are first year right now, so we don't know about that much, but they offer alumni meets every month, so you
And
can
have
connect with the people who have studied at Pratt,
and have
and
you
you
met
will.
any
Mhm.
alumni so far? And have you got any perspective from them, those who have already been through the process?
I've been in alumni meets. I met some architects, and they're good architects. So I'm glad that I'm here. I don't need to worry about that. So
But in their things, there are always things in life. There are always unpredictable challenges, and you always have something or the other that you have to face. So what are some of the challenges you have faced as an international student at the University of Pratt, and how have you overcome them? And what advice would you give to students who may be struggling academically or personally while studying abroad? Like you said, all-nighters हो गए and it's very hectic schedule. तो ऐसी क्या क्या चीजें जो कि आपको लगता है कि जिनसे आप स्ट्रगल करे हो, एंड जो चीजें आपको लगता है कि और भी इन जनरल स्टूडेंट्स अब्रॉड स्ट्रगल कर सकते हैं आपके कोर्स में और इवन इन जनरल, और आप इन सब चीजों से डील करने के लिए क्या टिप्स दोगे, और एनी कोपिंग मैकेनिज्म्स, और एनी पीस ऑफ एडवाइस दैट यू वुड वांट टू गिव?
during the start there was a language barrier, of course. People come from different parts, and it was a language barrier for most of them, because 70% of the students here are international students. So professors are really understanding, and they they sit with you and talk to you. So that's the biggest thing. That's one of the benefits I gained. So they
Anything
help you out.
anything
And
else apart from the language thing? Like like you just mentioned that it's a melting pot of culture, so any cultural phenomena, any cultural habits, mannerisms, or anything of that sort that you have picked up from other cultures? Like it's a very famous thing that the Japanese are very famous for the discipline. There's also way of life ikagai. So anything of that sort that you have picked up from other cultures, the students that you have met at Pratt?
the Chinese, all the Asians, they are really hardworking. And most of the white people, like they give up easily. That's what I learned. Like they're not that hardworking, and they don't want to put that much effort.
So would you say that hippie culture is prevalent, a more easygoing? The workforce is not as hardworking, but they have a more relaxed approach as compared to the all.
They have a more relaxed approach, yes. But like some of them are really good. Like, but most of the whites, they're not hardworking enough.
But yeah, as an international student, you have to like make your mark. You have to fight for your spot. You have to fight for what you want. So how can students make the most of the university experience, both academically and socially? And what are some tips for building a strong support network and making meaningful connections with peers and faculty members while studying abroad? Basically, it veers into the territory of networking,
Mhm.
meaning networking and making new connections.
So in Pratt, the professors they only opt you out for good internships. If you make a good connection with your professors, you are in a good stand because they are the ones who'll like tell you to like who'll opt you out for internships for good internships. So basic thing is have good relations with the professor.
Anything else outside from your university campus that you would recommend?
Um, you should explore.
Uh, any
US is yeah.
any specific place in New York that you would like? There are a specific meetups, or there's an architectural hub. Like people go there. Like in Bangalore, it's like Bangalore is the IT capital. It's called the Silicon Valley of India. Mumbai is like the film, the entertainment hub of India. So anything in New York that's like that attracts architectures or working professionals in general.
New York is it's full of design. Like just go to Manhattan and walk around the streets. You'll see you'll see good buildings, you'll see good design. That's it. The design here is really good.
So, can you please explain me further? Like, if you want to explain it to someone, what kind of design differences in design is from Manhattan, New York to somewhere in Mumbai, to somewhere like in Mumbai or in Delhi. Like, if
Um,
अगर आप गुड़गांव वगैरह में जाओ, गुड़गांव के अंदर
yeah.
जाओ, तो उसके वहाँ की बिल्डिंग्स भी कहते हैं कि लाइक द डिजाइन ऑफ द बिल्डिंग्स इज नाइस इन गुड़गांव और ये आपको नोएडा की जो कॉर्पोरेट साइड में है. सो व्हाट
Mhm.
डिफरेंस, सो हाउ डिफरेंट इट इज फ्रॉम दैट, लाइक द डिजाइन साइड ऑफ थिंग्स.
In Delhi and Bombay, the buildings are high rised, but here the buildings are high rised as well as you'll see all kind of buildings. They're asymmetrical, symmetrical, like they're of different shapes, and that's really interesting
So
because
are the
making
futuristic
a
or the normal, like it's like you can
it's
like.
it's actually futuristic because making a high rise building that is asymmetrical and having like those slant cuts and everything, it's really complex to make.
Like it's the vision is very far fetched and it's been
It is.
actually executed.
It is.
So
It is
what
very well executed.
So, what are your future career aspirations, and how do you plan to leverage your education and experiences at Pratt University to achieve your goals? And do you think you would be able to leverage those by the time your course ends? And how do you think you would be able to do that right now, as well as how do you think you would be able to make the most of it by the time your course ends?
Right now, I'm focusing on my academics right now. So, but in future, Pratt Pratt offers extensive network. So let's see if I'll try to get into the network. So that's my plan for now.
But right now, you're like taking one day at a time.
What?
Like you're trying to take things at one day at a time.
Yes.
So how
So
can
self. Mhm.
any other hobbies or any other thing that you do to relax yourself, any other coping mechanisms to like let the steam out, to maintain work life academic balance and social life balance?
Yeah, I go out to party on every week, like on every Friday night, and I also go and play football. The
Uh,
grounds here are really pretty, so you should.
which football, the American
uh,
football or the football which the Americans
No,
call it
soccer.
soccer?
Soccer. Yeah.
So how can students, like you said ki you use these coping mechanisms to like to maintain a balance between your academics, to let some steam out, to to actually live your life. So how, in your opinion, how can students stay motivated and focused during their academic journey while studying abroad, And what are some of the habits and routines that have helped you succeed while studying there?
What I'll suggest is to attend every class. Like if you attend every class, you'll be in like good eyes. Professor will like you, like communicate with the professor. So that will help you help your journey in pursuing your degree at a college. So that's what I'll suggest.
Any specific schedule or timetable or tips that you would like to give? There are a whole host of YouTube videos which are actually focused on a timetable or a schedule or some life hacks or some tips, tricks, that sort of thing. Is there any shortcut, or you have to do it the hard way and there's no other way out of that?
I learned it the hard way, cause struggling at the starting and gradually getting used to it. So it was hard.
Phew, that was a lot to unpack. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope it helped you take your one small step towards greatness. This amazing treasure of knowledge and wisdom was brought to you all courtesy of Aryan. Career With is an overseas education consultancy which strives to